after making my first junk journal, I want to take you with me in my creative process of filling this step by step. I am using various products and experimenting with different techniques, and I am having a lot of creative fun, and I hope you will get inspired by it too. So stay tuned for my next pages. And at the end of the video, I will introduce to you my next freebie. In my previous video, I made this page and I made this page. And if you have watched that video, you will see that it is different than it was in the video because I was not satisfied by the page. The frames I do like, but the background was not supporting of the frames. So what I did to this page, because I could not move to the next page until this page, it bothered me. So I took some white gesso and I just slathered it on. With a piece of cotton, I just dabbed white gesso on, and later also with a brush. And so not even strokes, but just a little bit random. You can see it. Then I let it dry. Then it was of course too white, but the background of the frames were more popping, and I thought that was a good thing. So then I used my spray stain, vintage photo and scorched timber, and just spritzed some on here and here with a little bit of water, and then dried. And I did it the second time. I was not really satisfied, and then I thought this is okay. And then I used some of the butterflies. You can see here and here. These are from the entomology set from Tim Holtz. Let's see if I can grab it really quickly. Here. So I used this butterfly and this one. And there I also have the die set, so I can cut them, die cut them. So this is just two of the small ones, and I made some various colors so I can choose which one I want. And this one I stamped with embossing ink, and then emboss the embossing glaze distress scorched timber. And I also used some ink on it, some oxide, this one, just to give it a little bit more contrast. And I did the same with this one. So now I am satisfied with this page. I can move on to this page. So these, this page and the following pages are two of these very thin wrapping paper from a department store. And I want to use this to make some storage space, because that's what I was intending to do with this journal as well, to store some vintage ephemera, that I can grab this journal, see what I have used and what I still have, because I make more. Like these frames, I made a couple of them, but I'm not going to use them all in this journal, but I want to store these. And then there are a lot of pages that will display what I did with frames, so I can use them at a later time if I want to. And let me show you the materials I will use for this page. So the materials I'm going to use is for once this small paper bag. I was first planning on making maybe a little book out of it, but now I have some various sizes of bags, and now I thought, well, let's see if this fits. So if I put this in, this is just like a perfect fit for these frames. I didn't really plan on it. It's really a happy coincidence. And well, this paper bag is too big for the page, but I only need like this part. And it is from the same department store as this paper, so this is really fitting. And then I'm going to cut it here. And then I can use the bottom part maybe for the pages after this. I don't know right now, but I want to use this part, so I'm going to cut it. Then for decorating the page, I have some ephemera. Let's see, this is from Holtz. This is called palette. These have some very different, mostly cards. There is a little here over here. There are some cutouts, but very few. Most are different cards, and they're quite vintage vibed. How do you call it? And this is some ephemera I cut out from the Paperpack vintage Emporium. I showed in my previous video. I've fussy cut or cut out all the tickets and envelopes and everything from that paper pack. These are some labels I made myself. I did this in an evening. Got my label stamps. I used the colors that I used for this journal. And I just took some stamps and I stamped. So this is just to have a little bit of stash. So these are a bit of my ephemera, and I made some because I am busy with the embossing glaze. And I know I promised a video and it's going to come, but I need a little bit more preparing for that. But I'm also going to use some of that. This is my little tray with some items like these, for instance. Let's see what I have here. All kinds of little one that I am experimenting with embossing and stamping and everything. So I'm going to use some of these. And very soon I will do the video with the embossing. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm using, let's see, some of the die cuts label from Holtz. It's a set with these two shapes. And let's see. And I have some real lace. This is I bought at a dollar shop. Some nice lace. That's what I'm going to use. And of course some ink. I don't know what I'm going to use. I have here the Frey burlap and I have Scotch timber, so I can use for a bit of a lighter color or a darker color. I also have some walnut stain, but I'm not sure what I'm going to use right now. And of course, glue. And that's about what I'm going to do. So I'm going to clear my desk. And then let's start making this page. I have got the paper bag. And I did it with my cutting board so I could have a really precise cut. And this piece I'm going to keep for another moment, another page. And I'm going to glue it. I could have some different options of fastening this, but I'm just going to give it a little edge of glue. Because this glue is so brilliant in just, you know, if you just do a thin line and then it's just good to go. Okay, so then I have a new bag. So I have selected some elements for this page, and let me show you. I did some pre-selection because I was just wondering in how I'm going to tackle this page, you know, the kind of thin paper and the pattern on it, and it seems fitting that I use a bag with kind of the same pattern. So this is set, and then I have my lace, and I thought about putting it here. This is what I had previously selected, and then I have some ephemera pieces, and I will stay within the colors, of course, of what I have selected, but you know, this is a yellow flower, that's okay, but I want it to be kind of in a harmony also with the page here next to it. And I have selected this card. Also wanted to select something that is having the vintage vibe and also fitting for the page. And yes, I'm going to cover some, but I do like this text underneath. So and this is a 50-year moment. That's not really of interest for my journal, but I do like these flowers, and I kind of do like this sentence. So I was thinking about doing this. Then this is a cutting from the Paperpack, and really like this. Looks very vintage, and was thinking about putting it under, and I like this bit, so I'm going to stick it a little bit to the inside. Then what do I have more? This is a label I have stamped myself and cut, and was thinking about putting this here, because I do like this font. And I have this is the button with the embossing glaze, and I stamped it first, put some embossing glaze over it, and this button is a die cut, but you know, it's a circle with 4 holes. The die cut had some embossed edges, but you cannot really see it anymore. So, you know, a circle with 4 or maybe 2 holes will do. And then I have this piece of fabric, and you know, if you have it is just cut from this. If you have something in like this, you can make excellent pieces out of it. It's just a straight, you know, cotton, and it's a bit off-white cream color, and you can do anything with it. You can stamp on it, and it gives a nice raggedy edges. So I just and you have to tear it, not cut it. So you cut in a little piece, and then you tear a piece off, and then you get a little piece like this, and then just stamp it, fold it, and then, you know, this thready, it will come by itself by handling it, and the threads will come and fall off. And then I want to, you know, if you have a button and you put it on the card, it's nice, but if you put a piece of fabric under it and then the button on top, it gives it just so much more. So this is going to be on here with the fabric. And then I have also this piece. It's an oval shape, and I've stamped it and embossed it. And I think I thought about doing it here. I'm not sure anymore. I think here. And I have my, yes, the piece of the die cut lace. And this is the back side. It is the craft color because it is black craft stock. But I took the back side and I inked it with Scotch Timber and Vintage Photo. And I want to put this on here. So it will give something extra than just, you know, this is a bit of a white space. Oh, it's not white, but blank space. So this will, I have to cut it to size. And then I still have this label because I like it. I like this label. Also stamped it. And then let's see. Because I do like this green color coming back somewhere, because we have some green here. I think this is also a game of repeating the colors. And then maybe here. Something like this. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if I need to cover... let this see or cover this. I don't know. So that's something I'm not... I could stamp it. Let's see. Or I could just glue what I have. I still have to edge, distress everything. I need to sew on the bottom. Let's start with that. And yes, let's start with that. I have a needle and thread already here. So I have some dark green. It doesn't really matter what kind of color you just have. And then I need a needle. Let's see. This is such an old sewing kit. I just have this for ages. Let's see. With a big eye, because I'm not really good at threading needles. So let's see if this will work. Yes, in one go. And then I was just thinking about doing it a little bit casual. And maybe just picking 2 holes. So having here enough room because I need to tie a bow or something. And let's see. Then maybe do it once more. So it's a little bit tight. And then that will be enough. I'm trying to do as much on camera as I can, and I will do it more and more. I also have to learn, get a little bit more experience crafting on camera, because sometimes I need to decide and then I need to sleep on something. This. And then what's with all those bows I'm making in this journal? Never tied so many bows. And it's not my, especially with this very thin thread, it is a challenge. Let's see. And then, and when it's good, it's good. I'm not going to touch it. Let's see, is it nice to have a bit of long thread on it or not? maybe a bit, but not sticking out of the page, not that much, like this. Well, I can always cut it off, so let's leave it like this. And then let's cut this piece to size. Let's see, this has a nice ending here, and then I can cut it. I cannot cut it at the same, no, so I need to cut it here. Okay, so let's glue what I know for sure, and also edging it. I do like this, and maybe I will not glue everything down. Let this stand out a little bit, and just glue maybe a little bit of the top. Let's do that. Just do that, and because then if I want to put on an extra label, then I can get under it very easily. I do want to see if I can get some more real fabric lace, but you know, I just don't want to like go to a store and buy everything, but I want to go to some flea markets and let's just see what is there. Would be so nice to get it there, you know. And let's see. Do I want to, well, it can stick out a little bit. I could have left it, this piece. Well, what's done is done. This is okay. And I do have some of the small labels, like the collector, I think it's called collector or curator. I'm not for sure. Let's see, I have a little basket. Well, I can show you. A little basket on the shelf above my desk, where I have like those little envelopes with all kinds of ephemera. So that's the way I store it. So here, these are all my insects and the butterflies I've used for this page. And these are all my photos I cut, vintage photos. Oh, and here, these are really little small, and it's called Curator. So you have a lot of pieces in all kinds of color shades, and this could be nice if it needs something. So let's leave that out, because I do have some own, these labels I made myself, but they are very big. So, and I want maybe some small pieces. So putting this back, and then let's see. Let's just ink it, and I think I'm going to first maybe start with the frayed burlap. I can always make it darker if I want to. Maybe, I think this, ooh, this is very juicy. I think this maybe will be enough. I think this is very nice like this. Right, that's enough, I guess. Do like this frayed burlap color. Yes. So this will be this piece. And then of course I want to do a little bit of the envelope. Ink it. Cannot see it that well. Sometimes in some paper it just will suck in the color. Then you can use a darker color. But I think this is okay. Yeah, you can see it. Maybe the edge, the under, a little dark, because this is the bottom of the new bottom. Yes, okay. So I need to glue this one first. Let's see how we will divide it like this. So I'm going to glue this one first. Okay, I'm used to doing it with the tweezers. Then with my hands. Let's see, I think like this. I cannot put anything under it anymore because I've just glued it. Okay. Then I think then I need to do the lace, and then I'm just going to only do the top part so I can put things under. Let's do that. Let's see if I can position it. It's going to be, yes, there on the letters, and just the top part. The fabric is always a bit of a challenge, but the art glue will kind of glue everything down. Tried other glues, but I don't know. This one will work. Okay. Sticking out a little bit, but I can cut that. Yes, I need to touch up on the lacing fabric and or gluing lace and fabric, and see what kind of glue is best for that. But for now I'm choosing this. So this can go on top. I can also glue on this card, I guess. Let's see. Do I want to use any small labels? Now is the time to decide. And I also have this one still. I can also put it under here. I don't know about that. Kind of like this label, but I have no place on where to put it. So maybe you are just seeing this and you're like, put it over there. I have that when I'm watching someone, but mostly they find the place that I'm having in mind. So it's really often that most of the time, It's the same place that I had in mind. So, or maybe here. But then the nice stamp under. What about that? That's not too bad. Were you thinking of this place? I'm wondering. I think I will go for this, even though the stamp is not that visible anymore. And then do I want something here? This is the question. Let's see. I think I'm going to look through and see if I can find anything, and I will do that off camera because of time. And then if I find something, then we can glue the whole page together. These Curator snippets are quite overwhelming, so only get them when you need them. I will put them away for now because I was just okay. I've chosen 3, so this one, and this small circle, and this one just didn't, well, it won't go on this page. And now we're going to glue everything down. I've etched it already, and I think it looks great like it is, and let's just do it. So this one is easy. Then this bag, let's do the bag first and position this. Let's see. I think I want it like halfway of this lace. This bottle is not empty, but it's getting there. You can feel it. Already bought a spare one because I don't want to go without. Let's see. Halfway, and then like this, sort of centered in the page. Okay, then, oh, I didn't ink this label. Let's do this. It was hidden under the lace. And when it's a label like this with a black edge, I tend to sometimes put the dauber a little bit over, so it's not that white, you know? It's just a little, well, I don't even going to see the top part. And then this one, glad some of my own label is coming on here. Of course I decide myself, but it needs to look and feel right. Like this. And then let's, oh yeah, this one will go like here. There's a lot of gluing, a lot of small elements to glue. A little bit more over, I think. Yes. And then let's do the cards. haven't used that much of this ephemera pack, so I'm glad I'm using it now. Above this, and it's, I think, a little bit off center. Just because otherwise it would be so, everything so perfectly centered. I don't like that. And then this and this. Let's see. This one first. Really focused. Putting it all on. But those snippets are really, really great. I mean, it's very difficult to make this yourself, you know, with this small writing. You have to like have a book or cut it out. And let's see. Just put a blob of glue on. A big blob. Then like this. Yes, this is like a more playful element of the page. And then I have finally this one. It's going to be, I can put it, let's see. So really take a good look. First I had it positioned a little bit more here, but it's almost like it's falling off page. I need to trim this lace a little bit so I can see. Yes. I almost lost it. Kind of think about, no, I don't like it too close to that button. More under it than over it, I think. What about this? Do we like that? Oh, it's the last thing, and like I think I'm going to do this. Just make a decision and do it. See if this will glue on the lace. Let's see. Everything is glued. And then we need to see if it works, because this has a function of keeping my frames, so my frames can go in here. And yes, and then it will get a little bit bulkier, but I do like it. So let me show you a little bit up close. What we have. I might do a little bit more roughing up this lace, giving it a little bit more like this, a little bit torn, because it's a little bit too neatly. But you know, we can do that very quickly. But I like it like this. So this will hold my frames, and then we, for the next video, go inside, because I also have plans on making this a tuck spot, and this, where I also can keep some stuff. And then this page, this will be the page for my embossing stuff. So we are going towards the embossing. So this is the page, and then of course I'm going to fill you in about the freebie. So I needed to zoom out a little bit for this, so surprise surprise, my freebie are the frames. I did collage the 4 frames, and I did tighten it up a little bit so you can cut it. And these frames are, well, it is of course different when it is printed than it is collaged, but I hope you like it. And just print it on a bit of a heavy paper or back it up. And what you can do is like give it a little bit of a gel medium finish. So it will, if you just brush some gel medium on or some Mod Podge, or maybe if you have this distressing glaze, embossing glaze in your house, and you have like a very light color, you can also put it over, and then it will look a little bit less printed out. And or you can stick some buttons on it or a little bit of fabric just to spruce it up a little bit. So I hope you like these frames, and you can download it. Below this video I will put the link on my Ko-Fi page. It is absolutely free. You are always optional to donate, but it's not necessary at all. It is just for your enjoyment. So I hope you like this, and I also hope you like to craft with me, or I craft and you watch me, and maybe you are crafting as well as you are looking. And I hope you get inspired and get ideas. And if you do like it, and if you are not subscribed to my channel, maybe you can do that and help me out to grow my channel. Thank you very much for watching, and hope to catch you in my next video.